Welcome to another episode of Evolutionary Grounds. In the Alaskan wilderness, hares begin their journey in spring or early summer, facing their first winter before reaching adulthood. Now, envision a time 70 million years ago when another young creature braced itself for the cold season. In 2014, paleontologists uncovered an extensive array of dinosaur footprints in central Alaska, including those of Dinosaurs, the most northern evidence of their existence ever found. Until about 60 years ago, dinosaurs were often perceived as sluggish and slow. However, the discovery of nimble dromaeosaurids in the 20th century debunked this notion. Perhaps nothing challenges the outdated view of dinosaurs more than the evidence of polar species thriving in extreme winter conditions. The presence of large herbivorous dinosaurs in Alaska is not the only indication that these creatures adapted to frigid environments. Some species even lived farther north. To find the true Arctic dinosaurs, one would need to venture 600 miles beyond these tracks to the Prince Creek Formation, an ancient ecosystem dating back roughly 70 million years. During the late Cretaceous period, North America had a different layout, with a massive inland sea dividing it into separate landmasses. At that time, Alaska was part of Laramidia, the western landmass, and the Prince Creek Formation was positioned along its northernmost coastline. This region consisted of a cold, forested shoreline where dinosaurs thrived. One of the most imposing inhabitants of this ecosystem was Pachyrhinosaurus, a 4-ton ceratopsian. Unlike its relative, Triceratops, which had large horns, Pachyrhinosaurus had a thick, bony growth above its beak. It likely used its powerful beak to feed on low-growing vegetation, while towering conifers dominated the dense forests. Once widespread across North America, Pachyrhinosaurus populations dwindled around 72 million years ago, with other ceratopsians like Triceratops taking their place. However, this Arctic environment provided them with a refuge, allowing them to persist a little longer. Another crucial herbivore of the Prince Creek ecosystem was Ugrunaaluk, a 10-meter-long hadrosaur that was the dominant plant eater in the region. More than 6,000 fossils belonging to this species have been unearthed, most of them from juveniles. These dinosaurs were built to endure harsh conditions, though many did not survive past youth. Closely related to the well-known Edmontosaurus, Ugrunaaluk may have been a northern adaptation of its more widespread relative, evolving to handle colder temperatures. Despite Alaska's closer proximity to the North Pole at the time, it did not necessarily experience extreme cold. The late Cretaceous was characterized by a greenhouse climate, resulting in globally higher temperatures. While long, dark winters were unavoidable, the climate likely resembled modern southern Canada or northern Denmark. Summers were warm, and winters, though chilly, averaged around 3 degrees Celsius 37 degrees Fahrenheit, often dropping below freezing. Snowfall was common, covering the dense polar forests in a seasonal white blanket. Although warmer global temperatures prevailed, the extreme shifts in daylight at high latitudes remained unchanged. Some parts of this ecosystem may have endured 4 months of complete darkness, and the dinosaurs there likely adapted to these conditions. Among the carnivores of this environment was a species of Troodon, which was the most common predator, though it is known only from its teeth. Fossils of Troodon from lower latitudes suggest they had large eyes, indicating a nocturnal lifestyle, allowing them to hunt smaller prey like invertebrates and Cretaceous mammals. This trait would have been particularly beneficial in the Arctic, where darkness reigned for extended periods. Interestingly, the Troodon species of Prince Creek had teeth nearly twice the size of their southern relatives, suggesting they were larger overall. 2 raptor species, Dromaeosaurus and Sauronitholists, have also been identified from the formation, though they, too, are known only from their teeth. While they coexisted with Troodon, they likely hunted larger prey. Unlike the slender claws of Troodon, which were designed for grasping small creatures, dromaeosaurids had sturdier claws better suited for subduing larger prey, an adaptation still seen in modern birds of prey. Recent studies suggest that dromaeosaurid skulls were built to endure the stress of struggling prey, giving them an advantage in bringing down animals their own size or larger. When scientists first studied the Prince Creek Formation in the 1980s, they were puzzled by the apparent lack of a dominant predator. Tyrannosaurs were the apex predators of the northern hemisphere during the late Cretaceous, yet no such fossils had been found in Alaska. Some researchers even proposed that smaller carnivores ruled this ecosystem. However, this changed in 2006 with the discovery of Nanuqsaurus, or polar bear lizard, a dwarf tyrannosaur. Known only from a fragmentary jawbone, Nanuqsaurus was around 6 meters long and likely filled the role of apex predator in the region. Interestingly, no crocodiles, turtles, or lizards have been uncovered in the Prince Creek Formation, suggesting that dinosaurs were better suited to cold climates than other reptiles. This pattern is reflected in other fossilized ecosystems as well. In today's world, mammals with thick fur coats endure freezing winters, occupying ecological roles that dinosaurs once filled. The resilience of these Arctic dinosaurs challenges old perspectives and reinforces the idea that they were highly adaptable creatures capable of surviving even in the most extreme environments. If you want to support me and this channel, consider becoming a Patreon. Thanks for watching and have a good day.